A Cudahy mother of two accused of recruiting for ISIS and helping to plan terrorist attacks in the U.S. The FBI raided her home this morning.
There was like an Army armored personnel carrier. There were like a dozen soldiers with rifles.
Investigators say 45-year-old Wahiba Dais used social media to distribute information on making bombs and planning chemical attacks.
Tom Durian live in Cudahy with details on the allegations. Tom.
Yeah, good evening. She is a lawful permanent resident of the United States, moved here from Israel back in the 1990s and gained citizenship through marriage.
4 squad cars. There was like an Army armored personnel carrier. There were like a dozen soldiers with rifles.
Jim Lambert was walking by this home on Cudahy Avenue this morning when he saw the federal agents here to take Wahiba Dais into custody. The person they arrested there is wanted for material support for ISIS.
Oh, wow.
The shock rippled through the neighborhood as the alleged crimes became known. The article basically paints the picture of a terrorist living next door.
Yeah, and that's not really what I've seen. I mean, we don't see her a lot, but I don't know, I can't really believe that.
Today's 15-page federal complaint says Dais has used multiple social media platforms to pledge allegiance to ISIS, encourage recruitment, and attack planning for ISIS. They say she would use hacked Facebook accounts as a way to avoid law enforcement detection of her communications. Eventually, Facebook and the feds caught up with where the messages were coming from when she allegedly posted detailed instructions on how to make an explosive vest bomb. Authorities were also worried about chemical weapons based on Dais's alleged Facebook posts where she suggested someone make ricin and put it in the water supply.
That's why I knew something was going on. They had a special uniform that they have to go inside the building to check it out.
The FBI says Dais suggested potential targets for attacks, such as street festivals and celebrations in the summer or churches. It's kind of frightening.
Yeah, it's a little scary that, you know, they could have been making bombs in the basement or something.
Well, it is worth noting that the allegations about her telling people how to make bombs and chemicals, not actually doing any of that in her home. I talked to her ex-husband tonight. He tells you they have 2 grown children together, but she has 2 other children, younger ones from another man. He says he was shocked to hear of these allegations that were levied against her today. He said that the FBI talked with him for 90 minutes this morning. And speaking of the FBI, they released this statement tonight. The FBI says it's dedicated to identifying and bringing to justice those individuals in Wisconsin who attempt to provide material support to foreign terrorist organizations and who promote violent extremism. Now, Dais has had her first appearance in court. She faces 20 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Reporting live in Cudahy, Tom Durian, today's TMJ4.
Yeah, a lot of people will be following this case. Tom, thank you.